Okay, my favorite, oysters. But Nicola, I'm just wondering, why are there different numbers? Just like number 2, number 3, number 4, and what's the... Is it different size or something?
Definitely size, yeah. And if you see, for example, number 4, they look quite small.
Smaller.
So obviously, when you start with number 4, small oysters, then number 3 a bit bigger. So I think right there we have...
How about number 2?
And that's much bigger. This one is one of the biggest one. You can still find number 1. Hein, le numéro 1, on peut en trouver plus rarement.
Oui.
Hein, the number 1 is the more rarely on the market.
Oh, it's rare.
Voilà. It's not something people will get every day. But
because this is actually quite big already.
It's a nice one,
right?
nice size. Yeah.
It's quite, it's big.
The name is Rose.
The oyster is selling today. They're coming from the supplier I'm using in Hong Kong with David Hervé.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh.
Beautiful.
Good, yeah. Beautiful.
And the good point with oysters is no calorie.
No calories.
No calorie. The only thing is it takes more time to digest. So that's why sometimes if you eat a lot of oyster, you will feel a bit full because of the oysters.
I'm not
but
full.
But it's no calorie.
I'm not full.
No, but you don't. But you're the first one.
I'm not.
You will see after a dozen of oysters.
Merci beaucoup.
Voilà.
Quite fresh.
Super bon.
There's so much juice in there.
Oh yeah. And imagine this one. They have been taking early morning from the region, coming here to be on the market.
Right.
And then main course, we have here cassoulet.
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 From Toulouse, the southwest in France.
You were saying that like in this bistro, actually the cassoulet is very famous.
It's very famous around here. One of the best you can find.
Sorry, do you mind?
You should. And then definitely maybe one of the best, not only in Paris, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they do like very traditional way with superb ingredients. They have the tarbé beans, comes from the region, with everything homemade.
It's slow cooked too, because I can taste like all the flavors inside.
That's mainly carrots, onions, the white beans, some duck jus, sausage, duck, of course.
This is really good. It just kind of reminds me of, you know, when you're in like a cottage and then your grandmother cooks this for you, and then it's like, you know, that kind of feeling.
It's yummy, definitely
it's
yummy.
So yummy.
Yeah.
So today, while Chef Nicolas is out in the farm shopping, I can spare a little bit of time and have dessert high tea. And in Paris, it's different because in Hong Kong, when we have high tea, usually we pair it with a coffee or a tea. But here, they always celebrate with a nice glass of bubblies. Every piece of dessert has a Parisian touch to it. And they change the desserts every season. So it also depends on what is popular or the, you know, if it's like winter time or summertime or what produce is popular. And right in front of me, I have a coconut cheesecake. I'm a really big fan of cheesecakes, because I've been making cheesecake since I was 8 years old. I used to make one every week because I absolutely love cheesecakes, but I've never tried or seen a cheesecake that is like a ball. And then there's this one that I think is very pretty. This is the chocolate cookie crumbs with the pear jelly. And you can see that they put a lot of artwork, and it's very detailed in creating this dessert. Even the gold pieces on top, it's made to be like a leaf, kind of like autumn. This one is a lot lighter than the previous chocolate. The mousse is very light, but then there's a lot of cookie crumbs at the bottom, so it's got the texture of the cookies and it's very crunchy. And it's got a little bit of pear inside, so it's another texture. So there's like a lot of different textures inside. There's the mousse, there's the cookies, and the pear. This Parisian-style afternoon tea is a wonderful break from this mission. So, Nicolas, there's some questions I would like to ask you, but you know, we're in Paris, so obviously we're gonna have to have a drink before we chat, right? All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
So, do you have any tips for me for opening a bottle of champagne?
Maybe you don't know, but definitely.
You're supposed to give me a tip.
Too late. The cork is gone.
No, but you were saying that, you know, when you open a champagne bottle.
Yeah, usually when
it's the cork.
In the cork, so usually when you open with the cork, you keep the cork and it doesn't move, and you turn the bottles. You shouldn't have any noise.
It shouldn't have any noise.
Yeah,
so when the cork pops, it should be silent.
Yeah, very silent, because you go very slowly.
Are you drunk already? Wow.
Of course.
And today we're pairing it with a Chardonnay.
Chardonnay, yes.
I think it's very interesting because we started off with a red, and then, you know, the main we're doing a white.
I think it's unusual. I like that as well. That's somebody I've recommended that. I like the idea, definitely.
It's not so, like, you know, traditional, right? Mm-hmm. But it's something new, and I think it works. It totally works.
It works completely. I think it's sometimes to forget about the rules. Basically, some rules have been done for the wine. When sometimes it's all about like
no rules.
No rules as much as matching together, and that's definitely the case for the wine.